Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be doing a stack analysis on Marvell technology. Now if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course remember this isn't financial advice, this is purely entertainment and educational purposes. Now if we take a look at the graph here, as you can see, recently it has been going quite poorly for them, and that's been because there has been some doubts whether to the AI investments are going to be keep on going on. So that is a reason why they have tumbled quite hard since January. As you can see, they were trading all the way up in $127, and now they're trading all the way down here in 61.6. Now it did actually fall all the way to 50, but recently we have seen, after a bit of a bottom formation out, we have seen a bit of a bounce here. As you can see, we even had the lowest point. What was that? That would be right around here. That would be around $48, but now as you can see, we are up to 61.67 now. As you can see, the RSI is also on its way up, as well as the golden cross here. Now, if you don't know what golden cross is, that is when the short-term momentum is better than the long-term momentum, showing that it is trend sides going upwards. And so it's the opposite with a death cross, of course. And as you can see, we have a death cross right here. And ever since that came, it was downhill. So hopefully it's going to be going up. But then again, we do sometimes see what I like to call a fake golden cross, where we see it for only a short time, and then a death cross comes immediately after, and it continues down. So hopefully it will continue back up. Now, if you don't know what they make inbound circuits and as well as semiconductors, and they are a fabless company, which means they don't actually fabricate anything themselves. They have intellectual rights, and their semiconductors are quite great, which means that they are quite good at decluttering data, so to speak. Which means, imagine you have a 10-lane highway. They make sure that all the cars will then pass at the same speed to make sure that there is no accidents. Imagine that would be data. That is what Marvell technology does, and they are quite good at it. So I think, to be honest, I think they are priced way too low at the moment. Also, just that in 3 months, they take a 50% haircut. That makes no sense at all, because the earnings aren't really that poor. As you can see here down here in the earnings, they earn more and more. Of course, the stock doesn't just go up because it's going to earn more, but also the future prospects. But they are just so incredibly great at what they are doing. So for me, it doesn't really make any sense that they are trading this low, just because I don't really think that the future prospects are that poor compared to what they were 3 months ago. Now, as you can see, the dividends here, it says minus on dividends, and that is, I am not actually sure what that is. That would be because, yep, in Q3 they didn't make any money. That is why it is minus. As you can see, they did. So they didn't make any money in Q3, but they pay out dividends. That would be why. As you can see, annually they don't make any real money. They make great. Their revenue was high, but the net income is still negative, and that is because they are still investing quite heavily and into more research to make. So they research in the actual chips, of course, and invent the new chips or new semiconductors. I mean, that is going to market, but they don't actually produce them in a large scale. That is why they are a fabless company. Now, if you look at their performance down here, as you can see, it's not a new company. As you can see, it was first publicly traded back in 2000, and as you can see, it is all over the place. Some years we have 191, and some years we have huge losses. Recently, it has been not that great actually, as we did see in 22, 60% down as well as we did see in 25 and in 15. Also, relatively recently, we did see it down quite a bit. As you can see, if I just make this a bit smaller, let's just take 15 years. As you can see, currently it is quite 50-50 whether you win on it or not. But of course, if you are long term, you're gonna make your money either way. As you can see, both in 19 and in 20, it was up quite highly, as well as 23 and 24. So that is also a reason, of course, that it is down. It has been going quite well for the past 2 years. So just that the investors are now getting a bit nervous. Now the technicals on this for the day is a buy. Of course, it is up by quite, what's it now, 5%, 5.6%. For the month, it is a neutral, and that is of course because we are starting to see it move up, but still we need to see some proper movements upwards and some better signals. If we go back a month, as you can see here, we are still trading quite up and down if we go back for the past month. So of course we need to see better signals and more upwards moving momentum. The next proper support line we have to go through is up here. We have to break through this. That is the next support level. As you can see, we have some tops and some bottoms here, and the next one would be up here. So we do actually have a few support lines or breakthrough points quite closely, which of course is great for stability. But without these, then what would the next have to be? There is a small one up here that would have to break through as well, but this isn't as great. Before that, we would have to get all the way up here to have some proper signals, and we're not going to get up here for quite a while. Now the analysts in this are quite crazy. As we see, 38 analysts and we have 31 buy, 4 hold, and 4 buy and 3 hold. So it is crazy with 31 strong buy. We have not a single negative one, and even the worst negative is down by minus 2.6%, which really isn't that bad given the current price. As you can see, the average is up by 65%, and the biggest is up by 118%. So it is quite crazy. Now, as you can see here, they're also really boosting their estimated revenue, which is quite great, of course, which might also be a reason why it's up for the day. But I do like the stock quite a lot. I don't own any at the moment, but because of the momentum, it's not great, and I do like to trade a bit with momentum as well as the fundamentals. But once we break through properly this point here, I am gonna maybe buy some or even this. But personally, I am going to need to see some better momentum for it. But I do like the stock quite a lot. And in the semiconductor space, where there are quite few players, they just make the best bottom-up semiconductors by far. They have some of their semiconductors are made by Taiwan Semiconductors because they are a fabricant, but they don't. But Marvell Technology doesn't make anyone at all themselves. Now, as I said, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, leave any other videos you want to make in the comment sections below.